Hi, this is Michelle Caskey from homeschoolyourboys.com, and today I'm going to be answering a reader's question that I received. The question is, when do you expect your kids to know certain things, like a timetable for what needs to be mastered? And I would say that when I first started homeschooling, I was really concerned about this. I wanted to make sure that if I was going to be educating my boys at home, that I would give them at least as good of an education as they would have received if they were in the public school. So when my son was kindergarten age, I got a book, what every kindergartner should know, or that type of a thing. And I tried to make sure that my lesson plans fully encompassed all of the things that I found in that book, because I wanted to make sure I didn't have any gaps in his education. And now that I've been homeschooling for 14 years, at some point over that time I realized that one of the benefits of homeschooling is that there is a lot of flexibility in that, and that we can give our kids an individualized education. And guess what? All of our kids are unique. They all have different strengths, they all have different weaknesses, they all have different interests and passions. And one of the awesome things about homeschooling is that we don't have to do things on a timetable. A lesson that I've learned, even just as a life lesson, is if you start trying to teach your child something and they're not ready for it, it is going to cause you more work. Excuse me. It's going to cause them grief and stress, and it's just not a good situation. But if you wait to teach your child something when they're actually ready to engage with that material and they're eager to take it on, or at least willing to take it on, then you will be amazed at how much more quickly and easily they will latch onto that material and they'll really run with it. So rather than following a timetable, I have learned over the years it is much better to observe your child, find out what they're ready for, and tackle those subjects as your child will best be able to handle it. So no, I don't follow a timetable when it comes to my kids. I do have, there's an ending point. At some point they will graduate from my homeschool and they will need to be able to hold a job, and they will need to, possibly they will decide they want to go to college or tech school, or have an internship or an apprenticeship, and they'll need to be able to have certain skills in order to do that. So sometimes you can look at some of those things that they're going to need down the road, and you kind of work your way backwards and decide some things that you want to make sure you cover. But as far as the timetable goes, no, I have thrown my timetable out and just trying to do what's best for my individual boys. And I would recommend that you do the same thing for your kids. So this is Michelle Caskey from Homeschool Your Boys. If you have a question that you would like me to answer or attempt to answer, I would love to have you leave that question in the comments, and maybe next time I will answer your question. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.